Hey, it's Mark. I've got another video here. Today was a really interesting day, like especially in crypto and Bitcoin. I actually had some trades that weren't in crypto and Bitcoin that were my biggest winners. Like this morning, I saw Tesla reported deliveries, so they had some data out, and I bought some Tesla puts with the TSLL. This is I use this one as like a trading vehicle for Tesla because you can really load up on contracts because it's a lot cheaper. So it's the TSLL, and yeah, this one they had some news like in the early morning, like in the pre-market they put out that those delivery numbers, and I think it was pretty bad. Like just the language kind of struck me as a really kind of bearish tone they put on it. Like, and I saw one of the news feed accounts that I follow on Twitter. They cited like some Chinese New Year or something. I think it was the Chinese data. Yeah, it was the Chinese deliveries. So yeah, I was pulling up that number. Those yeah, the China. It was slowing shipments. It was 60,300 roughly vehicle shipments from its gigafactory in China, and the stock was only down when I put the limit order in like in the pre-market at like 7 or 8 o'clock, and the stock was only down about 1% off that news in the pre-market. So luckily I got a fill because I put a limit order in a little higher. Like I just wanted to make sure I got filled on this on the TSLL puts, and I actually hadn't checked the intraday, but yeah, you can see in the pre-market it was, well, this is the TSLL, but yeah, the pre-market it gapped down, and then yeah, the selling pressure was just really super strong. But the thing I was looking at too was the because I had in the back of my mind I had this long-term chart sort of, and well, this pull up Tesla. Looking at the wrong one. Yeah, so this is my long-term chart on Tesla, and I haven't seen anybody else put this on Twitter. Like maybe, I mean, because there's a lot of Twitter. I mean, there's a lot of Tesla people on Twitter, so. But this is the way to sort of look at it, to look at Tesla, in my opinion. And the prominent trend is the down channel that we're in, and it's not a surprise because it likes to trade in down channels. And then, but the thing is, like when you zoom in, you can see it trades in these sort of like interior channels in the down channel, and I had a feeling that was. Today might be the start of another down move, like another channel break. So it would have been better if the stock had already come up to like back up the top of the channel. If it was like 215, 220, then I would have had even more confidence because there's just more downside that it can hit. But you can see like these channel breaks were pretty good, when it breaks out of that channel. So in other words, the price just goes below these red lines to the downside. So it's a channel break. So I had a feeling it was going to do that, and but the thing is there could be a lot more upside or more downside, after it breaks that. So I think, if this follows through, it could hit 170s pretty easily. So that's why I put the trade on. I could be wrong, it's like because it's kind of in the middle of the channel, so technically it's still like could go either way, but I still put that position on, and I was up like 400% I think at one time, and I think I'm up like 300% now, and I'm probably gonna hold it through tomorrow. Well, maybe I'll take profit tomorrow. But I mean, this still could have a lot more legs. So that's kind of funny. Yeah, like my best trade today, I think, was that one, and that was a bearish. That was a bearish trade when we've got pretty much everything breaking out, and like especially crypto land. My semis long was good too. Like I've been posting on Twitter or X about my my semiconductor analysis here, and the semis are really strong, and yeah, it's just a really good setup still, and I'm still long semis with I actually put on I'm long like synthetically with like the SOXS puts. I put on these SOXS. It's just the bear ETF for the semis, and I put the puts on to get, you know, long exposure. And sometimes these ETFs they do wacky stuff, so you can get, like, I think it's kind of speculative that there'd be more of a you know, there'd be more of a gain in the puts and the long puts than the long itself. So it worked out pretty good, you know, of course, but I'm not sure if it would have been even better. It might have been better in the SMH itself or the SOX, but a lot of times when you see like when there's like huge volatility days, or there's like a big trend day, the inverse ETFs can do some really wacky stuff. Like, I guess it's the quants, they miss things, or like there's just unusual activity sometimes. Like I think I said it in another video, the inverse ETFs can trade like 1 or 2% more on the day than the actual ETF itself. You know, ceteris paribus. You know, of course it's going to be more because it's inverse, but like well, let's see, like today, well, it probably wasn't today because it wasn't so crazy today, but like the example would be like, let's just use today as an example. Yeah, so see, today it was pretty normal because the SMH was down or up about 1.5%. Was I'm looking at this figure up here at 1.6, and then the SOX bear ETF was down 3%. So it actually wasn't what I'm talking about. It was kind of a normal day for it, but that could have easily been, you know, down 4% on the SOX on the bear ETF. I'm not really sure the dynamic there, but I guess it's just where there's just a volatility crunch, or there's just not the quants just haven't really balanced it out. It's just not balanced, or it could be just flows, or it could just be the demand too. I don't know, but that happens sometimes. So I'd kind of rather be in like an outlier trade than, but it's nothing wrong with, of course, just going long the semis too. But so yeah, those are my two biggest. Those are my two best trades today. So I haven't even gotten to crypto yet. But on the crypto, like my crypto account's just like my account with all the crypto and stuff. It's breaking out still today. Like the Bitcoin just hasn't stopped, and as I'm talking here, it's probably making new highs even again. And well, I don't think that's backfilled. Yeah, so I was looking at, so when I did the analysis, I figured it needed to come back to because it got above the upper Bollinger Band, right on that day, and I kind of warned about it, and it could be like a little correction. I thought it might have even done like a flag, but we just did a triangle instead, so it's more like a high flag. And but it had to come back into this Bollinger Band. And the Bollinger Band is just kind of like it's kind of like a moving average. It's like a mean reversion. You know, it just statistically finds the range that it's in over like a trailing period. But the upper Bollinger Band on the 22 is a good indicator for overbought. So even in the past, you know, when it got way above the upper Bollinger Band here, I'm looking at the past, you know, it sold off. You know, it sold off of that one too. Even sometimes it doesn't, like, but it had to come back inside that band before it ran again, and I had a feeling it was going to do that. So yeah, the charts is really good, and looks like the next major level we've got is the 69s. Where is this? Yeah, 69. Well, it's easier to see on the yearly chart, of course. So, or is it actually 68s? I thought it was 69. Maybe my other data feed was wrong, but anyway, it's coming up. We're pretty much there, or about to be there any hour now. So, kind of want to double check and see. I think the high was I thought it was 69s. 69. Yeah, one of my 69.58 is in the Robinhood app, but I'm not sure if that's right. But this one was this one's got 68s off of. This is pulling from Yahoo, so I don't know. It's like around there. So yeah, we're getting close. If we're not already breaking it. So yeah, 60. Yeah, we still got a little ways to go at least. But yeah, I'm really bullish on the chart. Like, we can see what it did was, you know, it's like a classic asset price move where, you know, you've got your initial phase, you know, there's like the boom, and then it goes down, and then, you know, it double topped. But that's okay, because, like, I mean, you look at other, like, I mean, I'm just thinking about, like, the NASDAQ in 2000, you know, in the Q1, Q2 2000, the NASDAQ, the year 2000, the NASDAQ double top too. And then it eventually, you know, it had broken through those highs, and we're already doing that again, you know. It already based out, you know, it's just a lot faster. So the double top it's not really a bad thing necessarily. So, you know, that's nothing to get hung up on it being a double top, because it's probably just going to get broken out as the cycle rejuvenates. So pretty much, yeah, I mean, we've been in just like a two-year phase where everybody's selling it that is going to sell it, and then people are buying it or holding it. So it's kind of like the classic, you know, like phase one or phase two of a bull market. So we're getting into the, you know, the next phase where it was back in, you know, 2020. But if you look at the long-term chart though, like after the halvings, the runs are just incredible after the halving. Like, the halving's coming up in like 7 weeks or so, and historically after the halvings, the price has, you know, gone pretty much exponential every cycle. So I'm not gonna be surprised. Like, I think that's why you see, like, you know, Bitcoin 100, 200,000 targets, you know, are pretty realistic, I think, just based on history. And you got the ETFs too. Like, I think the ETFs kind of changed the game a little bit, because, you know, there's actually people, you know, now putting 1% or something of their portfolio in it with the ETFs, and even like the big shops have to trade it now too, because they've got to have quants on the ETFs, because I mean it's like I think they got like options, like I'm not sure if they've got options yet on the new one, but the Bito has options, and it probably makes it more stable. That there's quants on it now, and the quants are just people that trade it and basically make sure that it's efficiently priced, between the ETFs and spot Bitcoin and everything. So that's how that works. But to me, it's kind of like it kind of makes it more bullish, the fact that there's ETFs now with holdings and physical holdings, and there's just more people becoming aware of it. There's definitely more awareness, because it has ETFs, I think. So that's like something people talk about with their financial advisors or something, So that's my thoughts on Bitcoin. So I think it's going higher. Like, I don't know. I think it easily goes, like it could double from here if the past halving cycles continue. Like it's always had a really strong move. And as far as my crypto, like I've got some like altcoins or like some more speculative stuff, but my main stuff is the SHIB and DOGE and Ethereum, Bitcoin, AVAX. But the SHIB has been really good today. It's up like 30% today, I think it was. And it's still got, like, the SHIB, it could still go up, like 800% from here before it hits the all-time highs. Like the all-time high was around like the 0.00008, the 8s. So we're at the 4s now. Actually, yeah, but it could still go to this level up here. In other words, like so yeah, it's still a long way it's got to go before it even gets to resistance, if it continues. And it looks like the strength of the move kind of similar to like 2021 here. Yeah, it's a pretty, like, a lot of volume. And the other ones, yeah, the Doge is good. I think the SHIB was the best one today. So let's see if I can get Doge on here. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, so I'm still bullish on the SHIB. Still got ways to go. And then let's see where Doge, because a lot of people like Doge too. So yeah, here's my. I put this chart on my Twitter account a couple days ago, but you can see this one we still got a long ways to go too until we get to the highs. I mean, the highs back in 2021 were in the 70 cents, and then we're just still at 19 cents here. And it just broke through this major level here, this about 16, the second red line there. So we just broke through that, and then I don't see why it wouldn't go to 30s next. I mean, that's where it's going right now. And then you can see that breakout where it broke above that level there was pretty necessary to take it higher. And then after we get through that last level at like 43, it could go to 70s. Well, it probably will if it gets there, and then it goes up, likely with Bitcoin and the rest of crypto. So that's that one. And let's see what other ones I can pull up here. I've got this one too. This one's been a good one, and the Avalanche, and It's a little slower than the other ones, but it's got a good chart too. You know, it broke that base through that base level there, retested. So that was a level there it failed off of, and then it broke through it back in December 23, and then retested in January 24, and then we're just kind of hovering. So we're still range bound in here, but you know, if the crypto and Bitcoin keeps going, then this could easily break out too. So I've got this one, and I've got speculative position like Bonk, like other ones. I just bought some Cardano. Yeah, there's just a lot of them. I mean, there's like a plethora of coins and stuff you can buy, and I have some Bonk too. I bought this one the other day, and looks like it's breaking out now too. So that's good to see. It's getting ahead of Bitcoin, and I got that one. And this one's like a really low priced one too, kind of like the Shiba, but it's not as strong as Shiba. It's just like super speculative. But the low price can lead to higher percentage gains, and it has been. Like the Bonk is up 100% in the past week. So that's that one. Those are kind of my favorites, really. I just bought the Cardano, and I kind of just got more into crypto like in a couple years ago, but I was thinking about buying Bitcoin like in 2014, and I was trying to be smart and not link my accounts to like a website I didn't know at the time was reputable, like the Coinbase and stuff. But yeah, in hindsight, I didn't, I would have been a millionaire because if I just put like 1% or something of my net worth in it in 2013 or 14. I think I was really thinking about it. I was thinking about it in 2014, 2015, and it seemed like a really good, like one of those things that can get some traction, in a widespread trend with digital. And but yeah, but the good thing is, it still has just a lot of momentum. So the AD, the Cardano, we broke out. Kind of makes me wonder. I've pretty much just been trying to hold the ones that have the most strength. So if it's not moving with Bitcoin, or Ethereum, I don't want to be in it. If it's not up, 50% in the past month, like there's no reason to hold the momentum because it's probably not going to get it maybe. So that it's making me think about the avalanche again, but luckily I don't have too much avalanche. I'm kind of really spread out. But I bought some of this one today, and because it's got momentum, it's breaking out again. And it's still got a long way to go, like the rest, before it, hits the highs. So the upside could be $3, easy, and we're at 77 cents. So this one's really good too. It's just got that really good price structure. It broke out the base. It's funny how all these kind of have this. They all have the same chart basically, but they trade really well off of technicals. Like that one that I just looked at. Like see. Looks like that's the level. It's funny how this works. If somebody says technical analysis doesn't work, they just haven't looked at enough charts. Because like you see, this one did it too. Like back in April, it hit the highs, around 45, and then it retested that level after breaking out again at 45s, and it didn't. It looks like it didn't hold it on the nose, but that's close enough, and that's just another example of where technical analysis works, because it's price discovery. It's not it's you know, scientific price discovery, you know, it's in psychology, it's everything kind of blended together. So yeah, it tested there, and then we're off to the races again. So my target on this one's the highs too, like $3. Yeah, that's of course if Bitcoin keeps going, which I don't see at the moment why it's not. So yeah, it's kind of exciting. As I'm talking, I think Bitcoin's actually probably making more highs. I'm not even sure if this is updated, but yeah, let's just switch. Like, I'm kind of excited, but I can just look at some more charts here. And the miners haven't done anything. My hunch on the Bitcoin miners is that the hedge funds and the big shops just saw an opportunity to short it, and they're able to control the market and just took it down because there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of retail to short into. Because if you think about these market makers and like the big companies, you know, big trading companies, they need like liquidity and they need retail to for lack of a better word, take advantage of. And there must have been a lot of retail buying Bitcoin miners, and some of them like, I'm not an expert on Bitcoin miners, but the quality probably varies a lot. So you know, they probably weren't deserving of a huge spike, you know, like people thought they were gonna do. So the hedge funds and quants probably just pounced all over. They obviously have pounced all over this trade. So I'm still skeptical. Like I'd rather be short the Bitcoin miners. Still, like it's pretty apparent that this Wall Street is. I'm trying to find my miners watch list here. We got so many watch lists now. That's a good thing because I just gotta keep track of all the sectors. So yeah, there we go. Yeah, we're down again today. So yeah, I kind of had a feel, like I said in the other video, I think the CIFR, the Wolf, are gonna test the lows because they love to short these two, the Wolf and the CIFR. So it just makes sense if you're gonna short them being the ones that they like, that the big players like to short. So I think the BITF picked up today short side too. Yeah, that one had a heck of a spike too. So yeah, they love to short into spikes. So yeah, it looks like it's testing a level here. The BITF, that one looks like a good short side one too. And of course, it doesn't seem logical that these are down with Bitcoin's up, but obviously there's somebody shorting it or selling it, or there's probably some manipulation by the big banks and the hedge funds. That's what they do. You know, they can do it to anything that has the right size. You know, it's not too big. So yeah, the CIFR and the Wolf and the BITF look like short setups, but I'm probably not gonna take those. But I don't know. It's if they open up red tomorrow. I mean, if they're still red tomorrow in the morning, then it's probably a good short-term trade. But so yeah, I think the Tesla has some more downside, and let's look at some more. I've been trying to follow all the text. I've been trying to find all the best tech stocks too. So like the cloud, you can't go wrong with like cloud, data centers, AI infrastructure. Like the AI trade's still on, and you know, semis. I found the IoT. This is good. Good setup here. This one's a cloud company, so they're gonna see more and more demand. And I think the demand's really surprised people, even, you know, from 2023 for a lot of these companies. So we're close to a breakout. Like if we take out 37, yeah, if we hit $37 on the IoT Samsara, this thing looks like it's going to go too. I mean, look at the volume already came in back there, down here. So it's kind of like it's kind of slower than the other ones, you know, but it's still like it looks like it's ready to go. Because it kind of it did a channel there. It was just been in a channel. It consolidated off of it found support off of the previous highs back here in June and September of last year. So it's consolidating. It's still range bound, but I'm watching this one for a breakout. And one of my other favorite ones is VRT, and this one's still holding uptrend. A lot of momentum. It's a data center play. Like everybody likes, at least on Twitter and probably the mainstream, everybody talks about like the MongoDB and, you know, the big players and stuff. But if you can find one that's like smaller market cap, you know, I think these have more potential by far. Especially if they're not sort of in the vision of everybody, you know, because everybody has Palantir and MongoDB, you know, like, but eventually the other stuff's going to perform well too, just from the demand. So VRT is one of my favorites, and yeah, since we're talking about Palantir, let's look at that one. Yeah, it's consolidating too, but I'm bullish on this one too, just because they had a blowout quarter and it just looks really good. It's going really well for them. And my quantum computer ones have kind of fell off, but I think those are good in the long term. Like that one fell off, and the IONQ. Well, the ARQQ and the RGTI are my favorites really, and those are still doing pretty well. Like the looks like RGTI actually had a sell-off today, but I like these. I still like these, and the shippers are still doing really well. The Baltic Dry Index. I haven't checked the Baltic Dry Index in a while, but it's probably doing okay based on the way these shippers are still going. My favorite, as I've always said, was the GOGL, and that one just continues to break out. And let's look at NVIDIA. Yeah, breakout like I was looking for. Yeah, maybe it goes one more day. See, we went above the upper Bollinger Band again, pretty strong. So, you know, it would have been better if we had just gone sideways today, but yeah, it's just another pop today. So I wouldn't be surprised if it comes back again, because it got way above the upper Bollinger Band again. So, but it may just go sideways tomorrow, or be up a little bit slightly. But I'm gonna have to take profits, I think, in the morning based on that, because it's kind of just a trade. But we'll see. You know, it needs to get back under the upper Bollinger Band, because that's where it likes to run. You know, well, actually back there it held above it a while, but it was actually up too much today. It's you know, like, even though it was up, it was nice today, it was up a lot. And yeah, that's about it. That's, I think, all I was looking at really that I want to talk about. So yeah, I'm bullish on Bitcoin and all those crypto and semis, AI, infrastructure. I've talked about so many stocks on here, like I haven't been able to track all of them and trade all of them, of course, but the BKKT was, I mean, I called that one out as a short early, and then I did a Twitter post. I put it on Twitter, like here, and I said it was still a short, and this thing's just going down like every week now. And I had puts early, and I'm already out of the trade, but it's been a heck of a. It's still been going down, even after I sold them. And I put that trade out like on Twitter because the chart was just super bearish because it was going down here at the same time the market was going up. So because I said before, if stocks are going down, the market's going up. There's usually something behind that, and vice versa. If the stock's going up, the market's going down. It's probably less tradable, but it's still a good indication of something going on. And then regionals, I've been looking at these a lot. I think the regional excuse me, these can still go down in this channel here. Like as long as it stays below this channel and this red line here, it can still keep going down. And these haven't had the strength. Like I was saying, like these are weak compared to the rest of the market too. Especially like XLF, like because these regionals still have some trouble. They're not doing so well. Like NYCB. Wait, this can't be updated, was it? I haven't checked NYCB today. But yeah, this one's been really struggling. I mean, really, it's still a short setup as long as the momentum's down. Same with KRE, but I haven't taken it. But you can still find shorts even though the markets are going up here. So that's what I like to have shorts on at the same time as longs. But yeah, that's it. I'll just call it a wrap here, and I'll catch you next time.